Imagine tens of kilometers of line slicing through the Pacific, thousands of hooks poised. Longline fishing in Hawaii is not just a method, it is a high-stakes, precision-driven operation targeting the ocean's most formidable predators: bluefin tuna, blue marlin, and swordfish. Unlike conventional net or trap fishing, longline requires meticulous planning, patience, and skill, turning every voyage into a calculated pursuit of giants. At its core, a longline system consists of a main line stretching for tens of kilometers, floating along the ocean surface with branch lines between 5 and 15 meters, each baited with small fish, squid, or artificial lures to attract massive game fish. These branch lines are carefully spaced to maximize efficiency while minimizing tangles or damage. Every line, every hook is positioned with precision to ensure the best possible catch. Hawaiian longline operations venture hundreds of miles offshore, navigating deep-sea currents, changing weather, and unpredictable waves. Trips can last from several days to weeks, demanding constant vigilance from the crew. Modern vessels are equipped with mechanical systems to deploy and retrieve these massive lines safely and efficiently, allowing fishermen to manage thousands of hooks with precision. Conservation is integral to every voyage. Strict regulations govern depth and hook type, including the use of circle hooks and controlled release procedures to prevent accidental captures of sea turtles, sharks, and other non-target species. Compliance ensures that while targeting the ocean's giants, the surrounding ecosystem remains protected and sustainable. Every journey into Hawaii's deep waters is a test of skill, technology, and patience. As the long line stretches across the waves, each baited hook is a calculated strike. This is more than fishing. It's a high-stakes operation where precision meets conservation. Today, you've witnessed the backbone of Hawaiian commercial fishing, a disciplined pursuit balancing human expertise, modern engineering, and environmental responsibility. Have you ever wondered what swims faster than a speeding boat in the open ocean? The Pacific waters surrounding Hawaii are home to some of the ocean's most formidable predators: bluefin tuna and blue marlin. These species are not only apex hunters, but also critical players in the commercial and sport fishing industries. Understanding their biology is key to appreciating both the challenge and value of the longline fishing method. Bluefin tuna are among the largest and most prized tuna species in the world. Adults can weigh 500 to 600 kilograms, with streamlined bodies built for speed and endurance. They are capable of swimming at remarkable velocities, allowing them to traverse vast distances across the Pacific. Bluefin tuna typically inhabit depths ranging from 100 to 300 meters, following migratory patterns in search of abundant prey like mackerel, squid, and smaller tunas. Their sheer size, combined with high-fat content, makes them exceptionally valuable in high-end sushi and sashimi markets, especially in Japan. Each catch represents both an economic opportunity and a test of a fisherman's skill. In contrast, the blue marlin is a predator of extraordinary speed and power, easily recognizable by its long, slender body and elongated, sword-like bill. Females can reach lengths of up to 5 meters and weigh over 800 kilograms, while males are smaller, usually between 60 and 180 kilograms. Blue marlins hunt primarily near the surface of tropical and subtropical waters, striking prey with precise, paralyzing blows. Although they are not the primary target for commercial longline fishing, they are frequently caught alongside tuna, and their meat is also prized in international markets. Both species demonstrate extraordinary adaptations for predation, from streamlined musculature to highly developed sensory systems that detect prey at great distances. Their speed, strength, and migratory behaviors pose a constant challenge to fishermen, requiring careful planning, timing, and advanced technology to ensure successful captures. Understanding the biology of these fish also underscores the importance of sustainable fishing practices. Overfishing can quickly deplete populations, affecting the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. By respecting seasonal migrations, depth preferences, and feeding behaviors, fishermen can harvest these giants while maintaining ecological responsibility. Which do you think is more impressive? A bluefin tuna racing through deep water, or a blue marlin striking with its sword-like bill? Comment below with your answer and why. Picture thousands of baited hooks disappearing into black waters, each one a silent predator's invitation. Longline fishing is not random. It is a carefully orchestrated system where timing, depth, and precision determine success. Hawaiian fishermen have perfected this method, turning miles of gear into a lethal yet efficient tool against the ocean's strongest predators. The process begins at sunset. Crews work methodically, releasing the main line that stretches tens of kilometers, with branch lines every few meters, each carrying a hook. By setting the gear under cover of darkness, fishermen target species that feed actively at night, such as tuna and swordfish. The line remains in the water for hours, drifting silently with the currents. At dawn, the retrieval begins, an intense operation that can last for hours, as every hook must be hauled back on deck one by one. Depth is the deciding factor. To attract tuna, baits may be set between 100 and 300 meters below the surface, while marlin and swordfish are targeted closer to the top. Fishermen use specialized gear, buoys, weights, and mechanical reels to control the vertical position of every line, maximizing efficiency while reducing unwanted bycatch. The gear itself is highly specialized. Hydraulic systems release and retrieve thousands of hooks with precision, minimizing human error and fatigue. Floating buoys mark the line's position and keep it stable even in shifting currents. Every movement of the line is calculated, transforming a chaotic ocean environment into something controlled and predictable. Bait selection is equally strategic. Crews use small fish, squid, or artificial lures designed to mimic natural prey. Fresh bait increases catch rates, but requires careful handling and storage, while synthetic alternatives reduce costs and last longer at sea. Choosing the right bait for the right species can determine whether a voyage ends in profit or loss. Longline fishing is not brute force. It is engineering, timing, and strategy at sea. Every hook placed, every depth chosen, and every hour waited can mean the difference between success and failure. If you're fascinated by how this technique balances precision and power, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join us as we continue uncovering the hidden world of deep sea fishing and the incredible strategies that keep it alive. The moment a massive tuna hits the deck, the real battle for quality begins instantly. Catching a tuna or swordfish is only half the challenge. What happens in the next few minutes will decide whether that fish is worth thousands of dollars in Tokyo's famous tsukiji markets, or reduced to far less value. In commercial longline fishing, post-catch handling is as critical as the hunt itself. The process begins immediately. Once a fish is brought on deck, it is bled and gutted within minutes. This prevents the buildup of lactic acid and bacteria that can ruin the flesh. Crews wash the body carefully with seawater, removing blood and debris, because even minor contamination can alter the delicate flavor prized by sushi masters. Every motion is practiced and efficient. Mistakes are costly. Preservation is the next decisive step. Two main methods dominate: super freezing and ice chilling. For the highest grade tuna, vessels rely on blast freezers that reach minus 60 degrees Celsius. At this extreme temperature, cell structures are preserved, preventing discoloration and maintaining texture nearly identical to fresh caught. This technology is expensive, but it's the only way to guarantee quality that meets Japanese sashimi standards. For species with lower export value, crews use slurry ice or refrigerated seawater tanks, keeping the fish at just above freezing. This method extends freshness for weeks while reducing operational costs. Quality control is strict and unforgiving. Buyers and inspectors check for 4 key factors: color, fat content, freshness, and handling marks. The deep red flesh of a bluefin with high marbling can sell for record-breaking prices, while pale or poorly stored tuna may be rejected outright. A single error, like leaving a fish exposed to warm air too long, can turn a valuable catch into wasted effort. This stage reveals a harsh truth. In high-end fisheries, catching the fish is not enough. Only those who master post-harvest handling can survive in the global market. Every step, from bleeding and cleaning to freezing and storage, directly shapes the final price and reputation of the fleet. In the world of longline fishing, success is measured not only by what you catch, but by how well you protect its value after the fight is over. Every giant tuna hauled from the sea carries not just profit, but global responsibility and scrutiny. Commercial longline fishing doesn't operate in a vacuum. Behind every hook, line, and vessel lies a framework of international laws and conservation measures designed to balance profit with sustainability. The challenge is clear. How do you feed global demand for tuna and swordfish while ensuring these species don't collapse under pressure? Catch quotas are the front line of control. Regional fisheries management organizations, RFMOs, such as ICCAT, International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, and WCPFC, Western and Central Pacific Fisheries Commission, set strict limits on how much can be harvested annually. These quotas are based on scientific assessments of fish populations, migration routes, and spawning grounds. Ignoring them isn't just illegal, it directly threatens the future of the industry. Closed zones and seasonal restrictions add another layer of protection. Certain areas are declared off limits during spawning seasons, giving fish a chance to reproduce and maintain healthy stock levels. Fishermen may see this as lost opportunity in the short term, but without it, the long-term consequences would be devastating. Another crucial tool is the development of bycatch reduction technology. Traditional J-shaped hooks often catch unintended species like sea turtles and sharks. Today, many fleets adopt circle hooks and set lines at deeper depths to reduce accidental mortality. Nighttime deployment also lowers the risk of catching seabirds. These measures may seem small, but collectively they save countless non-target animals each year. Compliance is strictly monitored. Many vessels are required to carry observers or electronic monitoring systems that track catches in real time. Governments and international bodies enforce penalties ranging from heavy fines to blacklisting ships from global markets. For crews at sea, this isn't just bureaucracy, it's survival. A vessel banned from selling its catch abroad is effectively shut down. Finally, innovation continues to push the industry forward. From biodegradable hooks to real-time satellite tracking of fish stocks, new technologies aim to reduce environmental impact while keeping fisheries profitable. Scientists and fishermen increasingly work together, proving that conservation and commerce do not have to be enemies. In the end, longline fishing is not only a test of skill on the water, it is a test of compliance, responsibility, and foresight. Those who ignore the rules may profit briefly, but only fleets that adapt to conservation laws will secure a future in the world's oceans. Modern longline fishing is no longer just brute force. It's precision science powered by cutting-edge technology. The era of guesswork at sea is over. Today, successful longline fleets rely on a suite of advanced tools that transform fishing from a gamble into a calculated operation. These innovations not only increase efficiency, but also play a vital role in sustainability and compliance. Navigation and detection technologies lead the way. GPS and satellite data give captains exact positioning, while oceanographic information such as water temperature, chlorophyll levels, and current patterns reveals where schools of tuna and marlin are most likely to gather. Add sonar and echo sounders, and fishermen no longer rely solely on instinct. They operate with near real-time intelligence about fish movements. On deck, mechanization changes the game. Automatic line setting and hauling systems reduce manual labor, speed up deployment, and improve safety for crews handling lines that stretch for miles. These systems also maintain consistent hook spacing and depth, ensuring gear is optimized for target species while lowering accidental bycatch. Preservation has also advanced. Ultra-low temperature freezers, capable of -60°C storage, allow fish to retain sushi-grade quality for weeks until the vessel docks. Deep cold rooms, combined with strict onboard hygiene protocols, meet the demanding standards of international markets, particularly Japan. A single flaw in handling can devalue a catch worth thousands of dollars, so precision here is as critical as the catch itself. Fuel costs and emissions are another frontier. Modern fleets increasingly adopt cleaner energy solutions, from fuel-efficient engines to solar-assisted systems, reducing both expenses and environmental impact. In an industry under constant scrutiny, a lower carbon footprint is not just good for the planet, it's a competitive advantage. The next revolution is digital. Big data and artificial intelligence now help fleets analyze years of catch records, satellite trends, and migration data to optimize where and when to deploy gear. This predictive power reduces wasted effort, lowers bycatch, and improves profitability while staying within quota limits. In essence, technology doesn't just make longline fishing more effective, it makes it more accountable. Each innovation builds a system where productivity and responsibility coexist, ensuring that the ocean's resources are harvested with both efficiency and restraint. Behind every prized tuna on a Tokyo auction block lies a battle of survival and strategy. The global market for tuna and marlin is as fierce as the oceans where they're caught. Japan remains the centerpiece, paying top prices for sushi and sashimi-grade bluefin, while the US and Europe absorb frozen and processed products. A single high-quality bluefin can fetch thousands of dollars, turning one catch into a life-changing payout for a fishing crew. Swordfish, though less valuable, still plays a critical role in sustaining livelihoods across fleets. But competition is relentless. Massive industrial fleets from Asia and Latin America flood the market, pushing down prices and testing the endurance of smaller, traditional operators. Every season is not just about finding fish, it's about surviving the economics of supply and demand on a global scale. Overlay this with climate change, and the challenges intensify. Shifting sea temperatures and altered migration routes make once reliable fishing grounds uncertain. What was predictable decades ago is now in flux, forcing fleets to adapt or risk collapse. This is not merely an economic challenge, it's an existential one for communities tied to the ocean for generations. Still, there is a path forward. Modern technology, science-driven quotas, and sustainable practices offer a way to keep the industry alive while protecting marine ecosystems. Hawaii's longline fishery demonstrates that balance is possible. Advanced gear, skilled crews, and respect for nature working together to create a responsible model of fishing. It shows the world that profitability and sustainability don't have to be opposites. And that brings us to the message of this video. Fishing is not just about harvesting resources, it's about stewardship, culture, and future generations. Sustainable exploitation of the seas ensures that bluefin tuna and marlin remain not only icons of cuisine, but also symbols of resilience. Without respect for nature, the market will collapse, and so will the communities that depend on it. So here's where you come in. What do you think is the biggest challenge? Competition, climate change, or sustainability? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. And if you found value in this deep dive into longline fishing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Together, we can explore not just how the world fishes, but how it ensures the ocean endures.